Okay, this is part three. We were going through 3 hours of Thursday. Again, I have one of our group members on the phone with me. You can't hear him talk, but you do hear me talking with him. And so I'm going to go over where I see my trades and what I would do and during this hour. And so let's just kind of jump right into it. I'm going to move this a little bit like that. Move you guys back over here. So the time that we did, we're just going to do a continuation of the next hour. And so we just saw 9 o'clock, and now we're going to see 10 o'clock. Okay. And so at the 10 o'clock time, with the green line above the ribbon, very important, we're only going to take our sells, okay, unless we have a red line that goes right through here. And so our very first trade is actually this buy right here. So I would have set up a buy order right where that red line is, about 41.75. And let me just kind of go back and check that out at 41.75. Let me pull this guy down and let's see where we'd be at. Okay, so what time did I say? There's 9:59, 10 o'clock. Let me just double check all these guys. So actually at 9:59, you would have got in there and you would have no joke, you would have white knuckled it for a little bit because it went down $7 total before it got you out. Let's see, there's 42. This set to 47. So there's $5 there. And then very next bar at so that's 1:30 and then 10:02. Would have got you out because the candle wick, and this is my ATM settings, the candle wick shot up there and then came back down to 20, and then that's where I hit the break even trigger. So right, it's that same ATM setting that I showed you earlier. Um, okay, so again, we're looking for our cells, but it's going to cross right through there. But I'm going to take this cell where this red line is at, what is this at 44. And so let me move this up a little bit. Let me see how that would have worked out. And this is 44. This is at 10:05. Let's see. So yeah, you would have got in right at 10:05. Um, yeah, this is actually a pretty good one. This one for 40, this one for 44, the low is 38. So you potentially could have gotten not quite 40 ticks, but at least 20. Because it has to go, yeah, it has to go 40 ticks forward to roll that way. My auto break even would have kicked me in, it would have made 20 ticks and then been out for there. Actually, no, yeah, you're right. It would have been 15 or 10, but at this time of day, I may adjust it. I'm still tweaking those ATMs, so bear with me. Um, okay. And so that's that trade right there. The green line's below, so look for buy orders. It does cross through, right? You can't take the sell right here if you want to do trade number three. Um, just for fun, let's just check it out. So at 10:09, I had a big candle wick down. Yeah, this thing spiked out pretty far. So if you would have gotten in at somewhere around here, let's say 10:09 at 17. Uh, yeah, these lows are $7, $8 low. So this would have worked as well. I just I'm still working on that one. I like the trade a lot, but let's just work on the other two. It's a little more complicated. Green line's above, so only taking sells, but we have the red line crossing this right through here. So between 10:17-ish, and look for a buy order at 34. So let me grab this just to keep myself in line and find out where 34 is. Okay. We'll push it up to 34.75. Would have got you in at 10:17 exactly. The next green candle, it did come down. Had a candle wick that came all the way down to 27, which would have been, white knuckling it. But the next 30 seconds, it shot up for you from 34 all the way to 41. So there's more than $5 in there. So my 20 ticks, give or take, would have worked just right there. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for a trade. I could take sells, and so actually when this red arrow popped up, and I know this is kind of a quicker, yeah, I was looking for the hour. Thought there'd be trades in this hour. When this red arrow popped up, you take the sell at the close of this guy. You can even take it at this blue cross if you're feeling extra lucky and special. That's 64.25 at 10:37. So let me scroll over to 10:37 on my candles. And what did I say? 64. We'll just say 64, just fine. Taking cells. 64 at 10:37. I do so much, but it's like I lose track of where I'm at all the time. Okay, this would have popped in right here. And then this big candle at 38.50. And so if it gets you in a little bit earlier, because 37 came down and got you in. Oh yeah, you would have been in. You would just hit the sell. I forgot you hit the sell market right, right at the bottom of this candle. It did shoot up here. Let's see what this candle next to it did. It went all the way down to 60. So there's still not quite that much. It was like 16, 17, 18, 19 ticks. Almost got you out. Um, and then the next candle at 38 even did shoot up. The high was 68, which would have been again a white knuckling. And but at 38.30, that's where you would have made all your money at. It dropped all the way down to below 58. So that's pretty cool. Their low is exactly at 58. So 64 to 58. Again, a little white knuckling, but I'm kind of getting used to that. It's That's hard for me to say, but I'm getting used to that one. Okay, let's go back. And again, we're taking sells. So I wouldn't have taken this buy at all. No, just kidding. I would have taken this buy. And this is a buy where, because again, green ribbon is below. I left the red line. Um, green, and I don't like taking multiple in the same time frame, so I wouldn't have taken this sell, just FYI. I would have taken this buy though. So at 10:42, let's see if we would have lost at 10:42. Which is a good example because the very next bar is red. So let's say I didn't take it at that Blue Cross, which I probably would have, but let's just say I was lazy and I got in late. So that's 60, we'll just say 64 to 10:42. Oh yeah, that would have been the high. This would definitely would have, I would have taken a loss in this one. So the close of this very next bar at, well, 10:45, which is right here. So say I got out of the close 50 from 64 to 50. So that's 10, $14. This would have been a pretty significant loss between these two if I actually would have taken this at the top of it. Again, that's why I'm looking for the Blue Cross, Blue Cross, Blue Cross. So if I got in the Blue Cross at 58.50, um, that would have got me in right there, and then I would have been out even beforehand. So I like the Blue Cross. Yeah, yeah. If I'm unfortunately lazy, it's multiple factors. I got a strong red ribbon here coming down after the big push up, and so usually I know there's going to be kind of a wound, you know, it's going to go up and down again. But I'm just going to play it as I take the loss. I would have taken the sell right here, even though the green line's below because the red line just passed through it at 45. And at 45, it just drops. So yeah, this is another easy 26, 53.25. So it at 45.30 did price to shoot back up there. So if it didn't quite hit my 26, which it looks like it didn't, the very next bar at 46 did drop down all the way, and it would have been good for there. Um, and if it didn't bounce up during a little fluctuation, you could have actually got most of your money back. This dropped another 40 ticks. So if you had this loss, which I say I think was like 60 or 70 ticks, you got 40 ticks back here. So you got about 50% back between this trade if you didn't have taken that Blue Cross. I'm waiting right now because I like taking buys, and I could take this buy again, Blue Cross. But if you didn't take the Blue Cross, and you took this trade. What time is this at? This is at 10:56, 10:57. Got in at, so we'll just say 29-ish at 10:57. That's right here. Let's see if the candle came all the way down here and would have got me back out. So that's 29. Yeah, this may have came all the way back down and just got me 20 ticks. If not, it did shoot up the very next bar at 57.30, and that would have been a good 40 tick win. After that, between 10:57 and 11:36, I mean, there's a big time frame in between all that, so um, but we're not going to cover that. So there you go. There's your third hour, part three of the series. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm excited to help you out there. So let me just finish up this video. So use this video. I'll make a ton of more. I kind of like this content. The person on the phone likes to do this as well. They're following along with their candles on their page, the Tradevate, and they see my screen at the same time. So it's working out. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. So I hope you enjoy this three-part series. Make sure you say tons of prayers when we're doing this, because I always am, especially if I have to white knuckle a little bit. I'm like, oh. So that's all I got for you. See you next time.